The most distinguished research paper based on the reviews and scores of the programme committee. After that, we'll also present an award for the most distinguished artifact connected with a research paper. The artifact evaluation committee chairs are not present, so Juliana and I will stand in for them. Following that, the chair of the steering committee for SLE, Erik van Wijk, will present the award for the most influential paper. And finally, Ralph Lemmel will present on behalf of the Computer Languages Journal the award for the most distinguished paper, and that will be the award session, and then we'll go over to the closing. There was only one of the submissions that got 2 of the top grades in the scoring sheet from the reviews for the research papers. We were scoring on a scale from A to F, with A being a strong accept with strongly arguing, championing a paper. B was just a straight accept with arguing to accept, but not championing it in the same level. And the paper that is getting the Distinguished Research Paper Award got, out of 4 reviews, got 2 reviewers with the highest score. And in one of the reviews it said, "This is a nice piece of work, nicely presented with a core algorithm, an additional algorithm to help identify annotations used by the core algorithm, and a credible, practical evaluation." So I'm pleased to announce the winners of the award, Idris Ruak, Niklas Fors, Jesper Öqvist, Jorel Hedin, and Christoph Reichenbach. And I'd like to ask Idris to come forward to collect the award on behalf of the authors. So, congratulations. Thank you so much. So now we go over to the Distinguished Artifact Award. And as I say, this was decided by the artifact evaluation chairs, not by the 2 of us. In the motivation for the award, they say the artifact contains Docker images for macOS and Linux, as well as a video screencast explaining the replication process and textual step-by-step instructions on how to configure a replication system and run the artifact. Moreover, the instructions are very detailed, giving time estimates of individual task steps. So again, I'm very happy to announce the winner of the Distinguished Artifact Award, which is actually the same authors and same paper that we've just had. Thank you. We have copies for you all as well. Right, I'll now ask the chair of the steering committee to present the awards for the most influential paper.
Thanks, Peter. So I'm Erik van Wijk. I'm the chair of the steering committee, and the most influential paper award is one was presented 10 years previously, right? So they are 10-year-old papers that have sort of stood the test of time and have had significant impact in the field. And so this year the steering committee was sort of looking over the proceedings from 2014, and we were stuck. Essentially, there were 2 papers that we felt sort of stood out, and we did the only righteous thing, which was to give multiple awards and not try and split hairs between what we thought were 2 papers that had clearly had impact and kind of, I don't want to say separated themselves from the field, but were sort of the clear choices in the decision making by the committee. So the first one of these is this paper, Towards User-Friendly Projectional Editors, by Marcus Wolter, Janet Sigmund, Thorsten Berger, and Bernd Kolb. I don't suspect haven't seen them in the audience, so I don't think they're here, so we will make sure they get their certificates. But maybe we could give these authors a round of applause to... And the second, maybe it should be more influential papers instead of most. I think most is a singular. The second one here is the meta-model family for role-based modeling and programming languages. This is Thomas Kuhn, Max Hauser, Sebastian Goetz, Christopher Seidel, and Uwe Asmund. And so we can thank them as well. So yay.
Okay, so on behalf of the Computer Languages Journal, I kind of here on behalf of Marian Mernick, Editor-in-Chief, myself, I'm also on the editorial board. And so there's also an annual award from that journal, and there's sort of a tradition that the award is also announced at SLE potentially, and this is also the case this year. And if you don't know the journal, here's some description on it. I'm not going to go into that. You clearly see from the number of times languages in there that this is really a software languages journal. Also not going too much into that. Whoops, back. So the award basically works like this. Papers are considered from the previous years. We are well into 24, so it's about papers that have been submitted in 23 and obviously by now being probably accepted, I presume. And there's a small committee at COLA involving several well-known software language engineers, scientists who basically vote on this award. And without further ado, we have actually runner-up. We go first with the runner-up. So this is Nelson Gregorio, João Bispo, João Paulo Fernandes, Sergio Medeiros. So Sergio Medeiros is also one of our artifact evaluation chairs, but he's not here. And this is basically also kind of intersecting with Joan Saraiva's current or past team. So this is, you'll see this from the topic. We had somewhat related topic today, AEPK, energy pattern detection in decompiled Android applications. You know, nobody here, I presume, so, but we still want to thank them for their contribution. And there is a second runner-up, and we actually have at least Bernhard Rumpe from this team in the room. Well, it's only you from this list, right? Yeah. So this is Jerome Pfeiffer, Bernhard Rumpe, David Schmalzing, Andreas Wortmann. It's composition operators for modeling languages, a literature review. I can only shake hands for you because I don't have a paper version of this, but it's been on the way to you. I mean, yeah. So thanks for, yeah. So this was the second runner-up, and there are no more runner-ups. So the best paper award goes to Claudio Di Cipio, Yuri Di Rocco, Davide Di Rosco, and Fuong Nyingye. It's Left for Rec, a feature-based approach to engineering RSSEs. Yeah, this team unfortunately is also not represented here. But that's the best paper according to the COLA committee, so congratulations. And since I'm standing here, and since should I just continue, Peter and Juliana? Yeah, should I just continue with, yeah? I mean, Peter and Juliana already, I think, thanked in particular the program committee, but also the organizing committee. I mean, artifact evaluation, Johannes Hertel and Sergio Medeiros are not here, so but they have already received thanks. And by the way, Andre Kiss, also very capable, very committed publicity chair. But there are two persons that have not yet been explicitly thanked, and these are our program co-chairs, Peter Moses and Juliana Alves Pereira, and I want to thank them. They did an incredible job assembling this program and running this conference. So thank you very much, Peter, Juliana. And of course, if Splash is listening or ECM, we also thank our host and our sponsorship for supporting SLE. And this is presumably, yeah, that's the last slide before, I don't know if Peter or Eric will have final words, they just indicated, but I'm supposed to remind you of SLE 2025. The abstract paper submission deadlines are earlier, they're in February. It's going to be in Koblenz. General chair is going to be Gürel Hedin, also long-term SLE hero. And PC co-chairs are Vadim Zaitsev and Regina Hebig, also very active SLE authors. And I'm doing the setup in Koblenz because we are co-hosting, I must say, I think, with staff, which includes conferences like ECMFA, ICGT, and other venues, also close to software technologies and languages. Okay, that's just a reminder, and I think that's it. And I now look at Eric, Peter, Juliana. Should we stop here? Okay, was great coming here. We enjoyed the conference. Yes, and those who attend the dinner, you received all the instructions. Oh, it's here, I think, but this is sort of yesterday's version. I think we meet at 6 p.m., right, at the lobby? Yeah. And, yeah. Right, and if you'd want to go there by yourself, that's also okay. And if you haven't registered with Eric, I guess if a small number of people are still realizing that they want to have dinner with us, it's from your own pocket, by the way, then, yeah, I guess you just join and then we see whether it works. It probably will. Thanks. Cheers.